Hi everybody. I've been thinking about triad pairs and I wanted to share some of what I've been working through. When we think of the major scale, a lot of times we think of one note at a time. Here's E major. But if we start stacking those in thirds, we get diatonic triads. And we can do inversions of that, this first inversion. If we start pairing those up, we can create a lot of movement and direction through what would have otherwise been a stagnant harmony. I think as guitar players, a lot of times we see an E chord and we think, bang, E, cool. But a lot of great guitar players and keyboard players as well use triad pairs to create movement through those harmonies. So I was thinking, how can I pair two major triads together? What are the various options? What are the colors that I'm going to get if I pair two major triads together? Well, a very obvious one out of the major scale would be the 1 chord and the 4 chord. So in this case, E and A. Great. Another place you can find it is if you want that major sharp 11 sound, Lydian sound. Lydian's the 4th mode of the major scale, but I find that a lot of times when I'm doing a major sharp 11, I'm applying it to a 1 chord. It's a particular color that I want to use on a 1 chord. So for example, a 2-5-1, F sharp minor 9, and your B7, and sharp 11. But that to me is a 1 chord, even though we're applying the sharp 11 over. So I'm thinking of an E major and an F sharp major, two major triads off of the 1 and the 2. Another place you can find two major triads right next to each other is out of the Byzantine scale, which is a less common scale, but a beautiful exotic scale. It goes 1, flat 2, major 3, perfect 4, perfect 5, flat 6, major 7. And it sounds like this. And a lot of times I like to do this stuff in E so that I can pedal that low E under it, and I can really hear the character of the scale. Now, one of the interesting characteristics of this scale is that you have 3 half steps in a row between the major 7 and the octave and the flat 2. Pretty unusual with a major 3rd, pretty unusual in general. But it does create a beautiful texture that you can use. And the diatonic triads of this scale are mind-bending, and you should check them out. But the first two are really obvious. They're just two major triads off of the 1 and the flat 2. In this case, it'd be E and F major. Now, another place that you can find this is out of the tritone scale, or Slonimsky number 7, which is a beautiful, interesting scale. 6-note scale, very unusual. And this scale consists of two major triads, a tritone apart. So in this key, it would be E major and B flat major. Now, I find that works really nicely over a 1 chord. Ironically, I mean, you would think that would be very tense, but it sounds quite beautiful over a 1 chord. And I think that's partly because triads have their own gravitational pull. They hold together on their own, so your ear follows them even if they do take you outside of the harmony. Another place that works, of course, is over an altered dominant chord. So you can pair up these major triads a number of different ways from a number of different intervals and use them in a number of different ways. Some are very consonant and beautiful, and some are, stretch your ear a little bit, but are also very beautiful in their own way. So that's what I've been working through. I hope you enjoy it.